Jollification, all at the light radio station. Info Giant 97.1. Numero no, no, the track number one. You know we the best in town. Info Giant 97.1. Numero no, no, the track number one. You know we the best in town.
It is 7 minutes gone past 8 on Infojant 97.1 FM. A very, very good morning to you. Welcome once again to your Delight radio station, transmitting to you live from Ikpetmodu, roundabout Ocean State. Today's date is day number 9 in the month of June 2025. Welcome to the Dailies Review this beautiful Monday morning. And of course, it is not a working day for a lot of people, but of course, it is still a holiday in Nigeria. But I'm back here, and we thank you for making us part of your early morning routine. How are we doing today? I mean, we are back like we never left. Happy holidays, and I know that some of us are still enjoying, the festive period. The leftover meat and food and all of that. I really do hope that you're spending the holidays with family, loved ones, with lots of loves, laughter, and plenty of food, because of course that is very, very important. Always excited to be part of your morning. Of course, this week is looking like it's going to be a very interesting week, a very peculiar week, because the federal government has of course declared June 12th, that is Thursday, as a public holiday for Democracy Day. So already it is looking like it has 2 working days off the week already. So it's going to be a very short week, particularly for those who are still going to be holidaying. But we have a duty to the public, so that means that there is no holiday for me, unfortunately. But of course, I'm always happy, I'm always pleased, I'm always pleasured to be back on the microphone. And to those who are traveling or planning to travel, you should also be making preparations for the whole hustle and bustle that comes with going outside of the state, especially the Ife to Ibadan road access, the Lagos to Ibadan expressway. All you have to do is help yourself by setting out very early in order to avoid, the traffic and all of that. So yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. My name is Olayinka Amokpopola, and as always, I am your pilot from Mondays to Friday on one of the interesting, and most authentic news experience you would ever have on the radio, the Dailies Review. And as always, we have the Punch delivered to us this morning. We have the Vanguard delivered to us this morning. We have the Guardian. We have the Daily Trust. We have the Nigerian Tribune. And of course, we have the Nation newspaper this morning. And need I say more? We have interesting headlines. Like I always say, Nigeria is like a gift that keeps giving. And the gift that Nigeria has given us this morning is way more than we can imagine. We have people coming out to say things. We have clarifications. We have defection stories as always. But of course, let's kickstart with the Nigerian Tribune this morning. And on the Nigerian Tribune, it says SEC warns public against investing in Punisher coin, the dollar sign, and PUN. SEC warns the public against investing in Punisher coin, the dollar sign, and PUN. Of course, we hardly over the last one that came around as a Ponzi scheme, and now we have another one called Punisher coin. And why would anybody even invest? Why would you invest in a coin called Punisher? You know that it's coming to punish you. Tinubu to confer national honors on selective lawmakers to attend National Assembly special joint sitting on Thursday. Okay, that is all we have on the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Of course, IPOP says that Nnamdi Kanu is a prisoner of conscience. Okay, federal government says Nigeria's economy is back on track on the current administration. The Nigeria's economy is back on track under the current administration, says the federal government. Moving on, it says federal government declares June 12th, that is Thursday, as public holiday to mark Democracy Day. Federal government declares June 12th as public holiday to mark Democracy Day on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune. Okay, moving away from the Nigerian Tribune this morning, let's go quickly to the Punch newspaper. And on the Punch newspaper this morning, we have quite a couple of interesting stories. It says ground rent, 34 embassies risk closure on Tuesday. FCTA probes PDP, FIRS, others payments. Tinubu approved extension ends today. Germany, Russia, Turkey on defaulters list. I guess we are in for like another interesting week when it comes to what the activities of the FCTA is, in line with the directive from the Minister of the FCT, yes, and Wike. It says 34 embassies risks closure on Tuesday. FCTA probes PDP, FIRS, others payment. It says Tinubu approved extension ends today. It says Germany, Russia, Turkey on defaulters list. I mean, like I said earlier, a law is a law. So if you have been mandated to pay the ground rent, just pay it. I mean, accountability is very, very important. Just pay the rent so that FCTA will no longer disturb your activities. Matawale, Zamfara governor, fakes off over defection plot. Matawale, Zamfara governor, face off over defection plot. This one says discos raise bills 107% despite poor power. Discos raise bills 107% despite poor power. On the front page of the Punch newspaper. All right, that is all we have on the Punch newspaper this morning. Let's see if we're going to get more on the front page of the Punch. It says that okay, NDLEA intercepts drugs disguised as tea at Lagos Airport. NDLEA intercepts drugs disguised as tea at Lagos Airport. He says marketer says Dangote refinery should sell petrol below 800 naira per liter. Interesting. Dangote refinery should sell petrol below 800 naira per liter, says marketers. Okay, this one says that NCOS of 59,786 inmates captured in the ongoing NIN registration. 59,786 inmates captured in ongoing NIN registration, according to the NCOS. This one says that petrol subsidy remover yields $84 billion gain, 40 roads. Report, it says petrol subsidy remover yields $84 billion gain, 40 roads, according to a report on the front page of the Punch newspaper. This one says Binance employee Gambaya resigns after Nigerian detention. Okay, this one says that 3,012 kidnappings, 3,584 killings recorded in 15 months, according to the NHRC. 3,012 kidnappings, 3,584 killings recorded in 15 months, according to the NHRC. Okay, that is what we have on the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning. Let's move on to the Guardian newspaper. And on the Guardian, this one says that economy back on track, but not yet Uhuru, says Bagudu. The economy is back on track, according to Bagudu. Okay, June 12th, Tinubu to address National Assembly, confer national honors on lawmakers. Tinubu to address National Assembly, confer national honors on lawmakers. That is on June 12th. That is on Thursday. Okay, this one says that troops uncover 27 illegal oil sites, arrest 43 in Niger Delta. Troops uncover 27 illegal oil sites, arrest 43 in Niger Delta. Still on the front page of the Guardian, Kwakwanso received 1,230 APC supporters to NNPP. Kwakwanso received 1,230 APC supporters to NNPP on the front page of the Guardian newspaper. This one is coming from Ondo State. It says Ondo PDP berates Aidatiwa's refusal to complete Akeredolu's projects. Ondo PDP berates Aidatiwa's refusal to complete Akeredolu's projects. Well, it is no longer news. Maybe this is a political claim, but of course we do know that there is a problem of continuity in our country. You know, everyone has his own ideas, and when a new administration comes in, you know, regardless of the relationship between the past administration and the current administration, the new administration always wants to bring in their own ideas, and regardless of how important the previous administration projects are, even if it's, you know, down to 95% completion, you can tell that when the new administration comes in, you know, the chances that they're going to want to complete the rest of the 5% previous administration project in this Nigeria, the chances are very low. This one says that we lost millions to Durban's cancellation. Kano government laments. We lost millions to Durban cancellation. Kano government laments. Apparently, they're thinking about suing the federal government. Yes, that's what we have in the news. Lagos political storm clears as Tinubu forgives Sanwo-Olu in GAC brokered truce. Lagos political storm clears as Tinubu forgives Sanwo-Olu in GAC brokered truce. I have a video of the governor of Lagos, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, saying that there is no problem. There is no problem. But of course, the president, on the other hand, is saying that your sins are forgiven. But Sanwo-Olu is coming out to say that there is no problem. There was never any fight. But the president is coming out to say that your sins are forgiven. Okay, so which of the sins are we talking about now? Okay, this one says that Serap Uriwa urged Tinubu to drop APC Rex, fear manipulation. Imperative of full disclosures in Emefiele's 753 Abuja duplexes. Okay, those are the headlines we have on the front page of the Guardian newspaper. Okay, moving on, this one says that 2027 division in Tinubu's base. 2027 division in Tinubu's base. This one says that ACF to president prioritize governance over re-election. ACF to president prioritize governance over re-election. Democracy Day, president to address the joint session of the National Assembly. Naval officer stabbed to death in Kaduna. Naval officer stabbed to death in Kaduna. This one says that our 7 Nigerian pilgrims died in Saudi Arabia. Our 7 Nigerian pilgrims died in Saudi Arabia. This one says that top contenders square up for Anambra's governorship poll. Top contenders square up for Anambra governorship. Okay. This one says that residents, experts raise alarm over state of FCT abattoirs. Residents, experts raise alarm over the state of FCT abattoirs on the front page of the Daily Trust newspaper. Okay, moving on to the Vanguard newspaper this morning. It says, Tinubu to Sawolu, your sins are forgiven. Hmm. Your sins are forgiven as GSC visits president in Lagos. Your sins are forgiven. I have a video here of Governor Badile Sawolu saying that there is no problem. I don't have a problem with my father in politics. He's like a father to me, and there is no problem. But the president is selling Sawolu that your sins are forgiven. Okay, Bagudu says our economy is back on track. Bagudu is saying that our economy is back on track. And just beside that headline, Nigerians cut spending on foreign travels by 30%. And the headline is hardship. Nigerians cut spending on foreign travels by 30%. And just beside that headline, a minister is saying that our economy is back on track. But Nigerians are cutting on their spending on foreign travels by 30%. Interesting stories on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. All right, let's move on to the Nation newspaper. And on the Nation newspaper, I have this one. It says, no state can receive local government funds. Federal government insists. Ask Supreme Court to dismiss Osun State's case. No state can receive local government funds. Federal government insists, asking the Supreme Court to dismiss Osun State's case. On the front page of the Nation newspaper, no state can receive local government funds. Federal government is insisting. Okay. Defection will remain loyal to Umo Eno. Didn't resign, says commissioners. We remain loyal to Umo Eno. Didn't resign, says commissioners. It's not like you people have a choice now, because the governor has said it that look, if I'm the one that appointed you, as long as I'm moving to the APC, you have to move with me or you resign. So anybody that is not resigning, definitely it means that you're automatically an APC member if you do not want to lose your appointment. So I mean, I didn't feel like there's more of a choice there if you want to retain your position. Civil war, my most difficult period in life, says Gowon. And yes, this is one of the stories that we're going to be taking a look at this morning. It feels like Yakubu Gowon has come out with a very bold statement. People are still like we are approaching June 12th right about now, and people will want to remember what the last statement was about the election, about the annulment of the election from General Ibrahim Babangida. And now we have Yakubu Gowon coming out to talk about the civil war. And he made a statement about the civil war. What is the statement? I'm going to put it out. And maybe we need to ask ourselves, why now? Why are these generals and people that have had the chance to make Nigeria a better place, or maybe they did their best, I do not know, in line with whatever it is that you think, why does it feel like they are coming out now to say these things? What do you think? Why are they coming out now to Nigerians to say these things? General Ibrahim Babangida came out the other day to say that, of course, June 12th was the most peaceful. Abiola won, but we had to do what we had to do. And now Yakubu Gowon is coming out to say that the civil war was one of the most difficult period in his life. And he also said a lot of things, which I'm going to put out, of course, in that line. So yes, let's give you some sort of extra stories that are trending this morning. We have NIMET coming out to forecast thunderstorms and rain for 3 days. Yes, from Sunday through Tuesday, NIMET has come out again, you know, to forecast thunderstorms. So, I mean, the verdict is out. And I feel like this is more on the federal government. As much as we need to prevent the reoccurrence of the situation in Mokwa, we should also be taking this forecast seriously. Everyone has a role to play. We'll come back to that. And of course, Yakubu Gowon, like I said, Yakubu Gowon came out to say that the civil war, the Biafra war, was a necessity to preserve unity. According to Yakubu Gowon, he says that the Biafra war was a difficult necessity to preserve unity. And I'd like our historians to call into the program this morning. Tell us, do you agree with Yakubu Gowon? Do you agree with the former Nigerian head of state, General Yakubu Gowon? Because he's come out to say that the Biafra war was a difficult necessity to preserve unity. We'll give you the details of that one. Of course, officially now, we have Governor Umo Eno, the Akwa Ibom governor, has officially dumped the PDP, joins the All Progressive Congress. It's been up for a minute, but of course, he's done it officially now. Of course, it's made official. This one says that Tinubu meets with Sanwo-Olu, GAC, reportedly forgives Lagos governor. The president is forgiving the Lagos state governor. But the Lagos state governor, in his residence, is talking to reporters and saying that, did you see any discord? Did you see any discord? There is no problem. He's like a father to me. So just we'll take a look at that too. I have the video here. As a matter of fact, there's a reason why I love that video. So I'm going to play the short video for you. This one says that the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Nigeria's economy growing despite short-term pain. There's a lot of Nigerians really don't know what to believe anymore, because Mr. Bayo Ononuga will come out to say that we are already improving. Another minister will come out and say that we will improve. Another minister will come out and say that we are improving. So Nigerians want to know: are we improving? Have we improved? Is the economy improving? Has it improved, or is it like we are not improving yet, but we are going to improve? There's a lot of misconception about all of those, and of course we have this one. Boko Haram attacked ex-army chief Buratai's convoy in Borno State. Boko Haram attacked ex-army chief Buratai's convoy in Borno. The former chief of army staff, Lieutenant General Toko Buratai, narrowly escaped death on Friday. This is what we talk about every day. When we feel like some of these things do not affect us, we'll come back to this. But of course, very quickly, we need to go and pay a bill, or pay a couple of bills right about now. This is the Daily Review on InfoJat 97.1 FM. We are going to be right back after this commercial break. Stick around. We're going to be right back.
Them girls say don't to eat pizza.
Hey you, are you looking for where to enjoy yourself and your loved ones? Are you looking for where to order or buy pizza? Real Pizza is the home of pizza, where you can get pizza, ice cream, barbecue, chicken and chips, sweets, and lots more. Oh yeah, now, no need to worry yourself anymore. Real Pizza have different types, different size with their price. Chicken pizza, small 5,300, medium 6,600, large 8,000 naira, extra large 11,000 naira. Sausage pizza, small 5,100, medium 6,400, large 7,900, extra large 10,000 naira. Special pizza, small 8,400, medium 9,200, large 10,500, extra large 13,500 naira. They also have bar, cinema, and lounge. Real Pizza is beside OUI at OUI filling station, Ipetumodo roundabout. They open 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Mondays and Saturdays, but they open 12 noon on Sundays. You can pre-order on their WhatsApp line 081-2034-3967, and they will also deliver to your doorstep. Real Pizza, enjoy finger linking meal.
Oduduwa University, Ipetumodu, PNB 5533, Ile-Ife, a federal government licensed university. Admissions into full-time, part-time degrees and postgraduate degrees are now on. Report for screening this Thursday at 12 p.m. at Oduduwa University, Ipetumodu, PNB 5533, Ile-Ife. Telephone 080 56 56 56 56 or Oduduwa Polytechnic 213 Egbeda Idimu Road, Idimu, Lagos. Telephone 080 58 55 55 58 or Better Foundation Plaza, Plot 359, B2 Ukiwe Street, Jabi, Abuja. Telephone 080 56 56 56 56. Oduduwa University, yes, committed to qualitative education.
Welcome back for the second half of the Daily Review on InfoJant 97.1 FM, transmitting to you live from Ipetumodu, roundabout Ocean State, the state of the Living Spring. We're happy that you're joining us for the second half of the program, which happens to be the most interesting part of the program. And of course, if you want to listen to this program on the go, you can visit our website www.infogigantfm971.com, and all you just need to do is press the play button on the go, wherever it is you're traveling to. If you're going to London, you're going to the United States, you're going to Sweden, you're going to Texas in the United States, anywhere in the world, all you need to do is just visit our website www.infogigantfm971.com. And of course, if you want to watch me live in our beautiful studios, all you need to do is go to Facebook and just search for InfoGiant 97.1 FM, and you're going to be watching me live as I'm giving out these interesting stories this morning. And you can also be magnanimous enough to drop your comments on which of the headlines catches your attention this morning. We're going to put it out the details now, but of course the studio lines are open 0812 672 8417 0812 672 8417. That is the studio line to call this morning. So yes, the very first one we are going to be kicking off with says that Tinubu meets with Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. The GSC reportedly forgives Lagos governor. It says the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Sunday had a meeting with the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and some leaders of the All Progressive Congress in the state. Although Mr. Sanwo-Olu told reporters after meeting that it was a routine courtesy call on the president, who is on a working visit to Lagos. Sources at the meeting told this day newspaper that the meeting was to settle the rift between both men. At the meeting held at the president's private residence, he assured Mr. Sanwo-Olu that all his sins have been forgiven. Premium Times report that there have been rumors of a rift between the president and Mr. Sanwo-Olu. Both men are members of the APC, and Mr. Tinubu played a key role in getting Mr. Sanwo-Olu elected as governor. The exact cause of the feud between those party leaders has been a subject of conjecture, but Sunday's meeting was believed to have been mediated by members of the Governor's Advisory Council, an unconstitutional body considered the highest decision-making organ of the APC. And of course, Sunday's meeting was attended by Sanwo-Olu, members of the GSC, Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Mudashiru Abasa, the Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, and the Lagos State Deputy Governor, Obafemi Hamzat. So, of course, the President is reportedly saying that, look, Babajide, your sins are forgiven. But on the other hand, Babajide Sanwo-Olu has something to say which has brought about a lot of questions. Does it mean that is not there's nothing there, or does it mean that to Babajide Sanwo-Olu, he did not do anything wrong? And to the president, the president is saying that, look, you are my political son. You did something wrong, but your sins are forgiven. Let's listen to Babajide Sanwo-Olu. I love this video so much because, God bless the journalists for asking this type of questions. These are the type of questions that people want to, because it brings clarity. So yes, this is the voice of the Lagos State Governor talking about there's no discord between me and the president. Let's have a listen.
Your Excellency, I'm sure you know some sections of the media reported a case recently alleging a discord between you and the president. What about?
Did you see any discord?
That's what we need you to clarify.
Did you see any? Can't you see when you are smiling, I'm smiling? There's none. There are people that believe that they are more Catholic than the Pope. There are things that you see people, they cry more than they bereave. Father and son, are things that will always ensure that, there's nothing at all. My father is my leader, and...
Is my father, is my leader. Did you see any discord? Did you see any discord?
Your Excellency, I'm sure you know some sections of the media reported a case recently alleging a discord between you and the president. What about?
Did you see any discord?
That's what we need you to clarify.
Did you see any? Can't you see when you are smiling, I'm smiling? There's none. There are people that believe that they are more Catholic than the Pope. There are things that you see people, they cry more than they bereave. Father and son, are things that will always ensure that, there's nothing at all. My father is my leader, and we're grateful that he has given us the audience today.
Is my father, is my leader, and we're grateful that he's given us the audience today. Did you see any discord? 0812-672-8417. 0812-672-8417. Did you see any discord? Okay, let's move on from that story. Akwa Ibom Governor Umo Eno officially dumps the PDP, joins the APC. The governor made the announcement during a ceremony held on Friday, June 6, at the Government House in Uyo. The Akwa Ibom State Governor Umo Eno has formally defected from the PDP to the All Progressive Congress. The event was attended by prominent APC leaders from across the country. It declared that he has decided to progressively move to the APC, adding that he earlier submitted his letter of resignation from the PDP to the world chairperson. Eno was elected as the governor under the PDP in 2023. Among the APC governors present at the Akwa Ibom State Government House in Uyo were the chairman of the Progressive Governor Forum and the Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma, Monday Okpebolo of Edo State, Francis Nwifuru of Ebonyi State, Basi Otu of Cross River State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State, Dakwa Abiodun of Ogun State, and Sharif Oberveri of Delta State. With this move, Mr. Eno has become the second PDP governor in the South region to join the APC in less than 2 months, following Governor Oberveri's defection. So yes, it's been officially confirmed, although it's been in the news for a minute, but now it's been officially confirmed. And yes, let's hear from the horse's mouth about his defection to the All Progressive Congress from the PDP.
Of my consultation as your servant that you have elected to serve you, I have therefore decided to progressively move to the All Progressive Congress. Having completed the rounds of my consultation as your servant that you have elected to serve you, I have therefore decided to progressively move to the All Progressive Congress.
So yes, that is the voice of the governor of Akwa Ibom State saying that he has decided to move to the All Progressive Congress. It's been made official already, and now we have that's the second governor in the South after Delta State Governor Sheriff Oberveri moving to the All Progressive Congress. 0812-672-8417. And now we move to the General Yakubu Gowon story. And of course, it's said that the Biafra War was a difficult necessity to preserve unity. It says the former Nigerian head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, has described the Nigerian Civil War as a difficult necessity aimed at preserving the nation's unity, calling on citizens to embrace forgiveness, reconciliation, and mutual respect. Gowon made the statement during the annual conference of the Anglican Men's Christian Fellowship held at St. Matthew's Anglican Church, Maitama in Abuja, over the weekend. The event drew attendance from prominent religious and political figures, including the primate of the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion, Most Reverend Henry Ndobuka. Reflecting on the 1967 to 1970 conflict, Gowon, who led Nigeria through the war, said his actions were motivated not by hatred, but by a resolve to keep Nigeria united. Now I'm going to quote him now. He says, "I always remember the Civil War. It was the most difficult period of my life," he said. "It was not my choice, but I had to be there and do what I did to keep this country together. It was never about hatred. There is love and respect between us." The 91-year-old elder statement recounted the personal losses he endured during the war, including the death of his close friend Major Arthur Unegbe, and noted that his decisions were guided by prayer, integrity, and compassion. Gowon urged Nigerians to continue supporting efforts to promote national unity, peace, and understanding across all ethnic and religious boundaries. So yes, Nigerians, another general has spoken, and he said that, the Biafra War was a difficult necessity, was a necessary one to preserve unity. He's come out to say, that, it was aimed at preserving the nation's unity, calling on citizens to embrace forgiveness, reconciliation, and mutual respect. What do you think? 1967 to 1970 conflict. General Yakubu Gowon led Nigeria through the war, and he's come out to say that his actions were motivated not by hatred, but by a resolve to keep Nigeria united. Another general has spoken. The big question, why now? 0812-672-8417. 0812-672-8417. 0812-672-8417. Okay, moving on to the next story. This one says that, Buratai's convoy ambushed in Borno. It says the former chief of army staff, Lieutenant General Turko Buratai, retired, narrowly escaped death on Friday after his convoy came under a heavy gunfire attack in Borno State. The assault, believed to be orchestrated by suspected Boko Haram insurgent, has further raised concerns about the escalating insecurity in the region. The revelation was made by the lawmaker representing Borno South Senatorial District, Senator Ali Ndume, during an interview on Channels Television on Sunday evening. According to him, the retired Army General and his accompanying soldiers were ambushed near a frontline military base. While details on casualties remain unclear, the lawmaker disclosed that a fierce exchange of gunfire ensued between the attackers and the troops escorting Buratai. And he's come out to say that we are in a dire security situation. Just 2 days ago, Buratai was attacked at the front operation base in Borno State. His team responded gallantly, but the insurgents managed to destroy several military assets. The attackers reportedly targeted high-value equipment, including mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicles, tanks, and machine guns. In some cases, Ndume added, the insurgents not only destroyed this asset, but also carted away weaponry and equipment. So now, this is getting serious. Maybe there's going to be the belief now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Yiga.
Good morning, Mr. Fatoye.
Yeah, well done. You see this one is very sweet. It even suits me. The issue of Brutal. May God forgive me. I went down to those Boko Haram. They could have. May God forgive me because he's a woman. But
let's watch our language. Thank you.
Think so we love this. Me personally, I could have loved this. Let them make their attack on those prominent individuals like this. So they will know that the fire that is burning the poor, the non-existing, because we are like non-existing human beings in their face, their faces. Whenever they are inside there, they are Black Maria or whatever, and gadgets or all the soldiers surrounding them, so they don't know whoever exists. Tomorrow now, you hear that I think they know that there are some people that they have been killing. People have been killed, so they could have do something. So let something of this kind of thing be happening. You see that there will be a solution to Nigeria issue in that area. The second one is this of his Aidatiwa thing. I don't know what is wrong with us. There should be a law guiding even your successor when he's embarking on a particular project. There should be a law compulsory then to finish it. That is where we are having issue. When somebody is doing something, maybe it's not finish that thing. When you another one comes there, you scatter that one, you start another fresh one because you know that maybe there's no money is not going to exchange and there. So I beg.
So yes,
former issue, I love it.
The former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, has come out to say that the Biafra war was a necessary one to preserve unity.
Don't mind those people. What I see in that statement, nothing in that statement, man. What I see there is that they like, when they see that they have been forgotten, nobody talk about them. They will find one kind of nonsense stuff to bring out, so people will still remember them. That's just what I can see.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fatoyi. Thank you very much for that extensive contribution. 0812 672 8417. Biafra war was a difficult necessity to preserve unity. What do you think, Nigerians? Hello, good morning.
Hello, sir. Good morning, Mr. Uchenna, calling from
Ilesha. Good morning, Mr. Uchenna.
Well done, sir.
Yeah.
And from my own side, I commended the Boko Haram. Let them do more. Let them do more. Let them extend them to all these governors and they couldn't do himself. Thank you, sir.
Let's watch our language, please. Let's watch our language. We are glad that the general was able to skate through that attack, but one way or the other, there is a lot of lessons to learn from that attack. This is not about, the average Nigerians alone. This is a problem that is going to affect everybody if we do not tackle the problem. It is not about, the less privileged alone. It is not about the average Nigerians alone. Like I said last week, all what the average Nigerian wants is just to survive each and every day. So, but I mean, we are glad that it wasn't more than that. It survived the attack, but it should also pass a message to everybody, those at the top that this is a problem. This is not a theory that people are cooking up. Because, of course, like I said, the National Security Advisor came out a couple of months ago to say that we are not doing all that bad when it comes to security situation. Now, we have, General Buratai being attacked by Boko Haram members. That is a former chief of army staff with all his convoy still being attacked. Then we know that we are in problem. And these people do not respect anybody. They do not respect anybody. 0812 672 8417. 0812 672 8417. So, yes, let's move on to this Ondo State story. It says Ondo PDP berates Aidatiwa's refusal to complete Akeredolu's project. It says the People's Democratic Party Ondo State chapter has berated Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa for allegedly abandoning the project initiated by his predecessor, the late Oluwarotimi Akeredolu. According to the opposition party, Aiyedatiwa's purported action was born out of political vendetta against the camp of the late Akeredolu due to the alleged stance against his ascension to the office of the governor during the impeachment saga and when he was the deputy governor. The PDP, in a statement by its Director of Media and Publicity, Leye Igbagbo, while reading out the abandoned project to include the Ijoka Road construction project, Alagbaka Extension Road project, junction flyover bridges, among others, emphasized that with the resources at the disposal of Aiyedatiwa, the project ought to have been completed. The opposition party, which expressed dismay over the development, alleged that Aiyedatiwa's grudge against his late predecessor's camp was also evident in its quest to discontinue the road project, where his residence is situated in Alagbaka, Akure. It therefore appealed to the governor to exhibit large-heartedness, saying that government is a continuum, particularly that he is the sole beneficiary of the circumstances that brought him to power. I mean, political stance or not, political claim or not, I mean, we can agree that we have a continuity problem in Nigeria. And that's one of the reasons why our development has been a stunted one. Because this administration have their own ideas. This administration has their own ideas. An administration comes in, says that, you know what, we are a 7-point agenda. Another administration comes in, says that the 5-point agenda. Another one comes in, says 1-point agenda. So if an administration is coming in saying that they have 8-point agenda, another one comes in says they have 5-point agenda. 8 minus 5, that's left with 3-point agenda. And there's no guarantee that even the 5-point out of the 8-point is going to be the same thing. So lack of continuity is one of the problems in this country. Regardless of the political ideologies, I feel like projects, infrastructures that are going to be beneficial to the people of the state, to the citizens of the country, should always be completed. Should always be completed. It's one of the reasons why, you know, then we have projects that billions have been spent on taxpayers' money. Imagine a project where almost completed before the administration is done with, and billions of naira have been spent on it. And another administration comes in and says that no, we are not going to focus on that. That is not part of our own project. And then what happens to the billions that has been spent? The project is abandoned. And then we come in with new budgets. That, okay, we want to build this, we want to build that. So, I mean, it's one of those things that I feel like we should take a look at. 0812 672 8417. 0812 672 8417. That is the studio line to call. You can also drop your comment on Facebook. You can also drop your comment on Facebook and tell us what your which of the headlines gets your attention, because it's very important. We'd like to read out your comments this morning. 0812 672 8417. Of course, we have this another focus from NIMET. It says the Nigerian Meteorological Agency has released a forecast of thunderstorms and rainfall across various regions of the country from Sunday through Tuesday. We have another caller. Let's see. Okay, keep calling. Nigerian Meteorological Agency has released a forecast of thunderstorms and rainfall across various regions of the country from Sunday through Tuesday. In a weather update issued on Saturday in Abuja, the agency predicted morning thunderstorms on Sunday with moderate rain expected in parts of Taraba and Adamawa in the northern region. The outlook for the north central Nigeria includes a cloudy morning followed by thunderstorms and rain later in the day, affecting areas such as the FCT, Niger State, Nasarawa, Kwara, Kogi, Benue, and Plateau States. It further said that rain showers are expected later in the day in parts of Oyo, Ogun, Ondo, Ebonyi, Ekiti, Edo, Abia State, Imo, Enugu, Anambra, Lagos, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, Rivers, Delta, and Bayelsa State. Of course, the verdict is out, and I feel like we should take, now is the time, after seeing what happened in Mokwa, Niger State, now is the time for us to take note of whatever is coming out of the meteorological agency. Very important for us to take note of this situation. And the government has a lot of work to do. In all of the states that have been predicted, thunderstorms, please, let's see, we don't have to wait for a disaster to happen before we push NEMA out to go and do the needful. Let's make sure that we don't have a recurrence of thousands of people being displaced from their homes, of lives being lost. We don't have to wait till that moment. So yes, that is all about that. It's been an amazing one this morning. But of course, we've had revelations this morning with General Yakubu Gowon coming out to say that Biafra war was a difficult necessity to preserve unity. Is that so? Is that so? And of course, we have Akwa Ibom governor coming out to officially dump the PDP and join the APC. The president has told the governor of Lagos State, your sins are forgiven. But the Lagos State governor is saying that, did you see any discord? Did you see any discord? The Ondo State PDP is coming out to, put it out to the current governor of the state that why is he refusing to complete the late governor Akeredolu's project. Of course, we talked about the lack of continuity, and of course we have one from Borno State saying that Buratai's convoy was ambushed in Borno State. Buratai's convoy was ambushed in Borno State, but of course, thankfully, he escaped that ambush by Boko Haram, suspected Boko Haram. But of course, like I said, this passes a message that this case of insecurity, this problem of insecurity, is not only going to affect the average Nigerians or the less privileged. They apparently are now coming for the top class people, the top officials. So hopefully, this is a wake-up call for the military to do the needful and make sure that we sort this problem of insecurity. We're going to be back tomorrow, but of course, enjoy the public holiday today. We're going to be back tomorrow to give you more stories that are trending on the front page of our national dailies. My name is Olayinka Popola. Keep listening to Info Giant 97.1 FM. It's been an amazing time this morning, and we appreciate every of our listeners for always ensuring that you make us part of your morning routine, because time is money, and we appreciate that you give us your precious time to have a listen. And I hope that now that you've been able to understand what is going on the front page of our national dailies, you're leaving this program a better informed individual. We're going to be back tomorrow, but of course, enjoy the holidays, spend quality time with friends and families, and for those of us that are into essential services and we are not having the holidays, let's go out there and just put in our 100% and you just get it done. Stay healthy, stay hydrated, and remember, we are Nigerians, and what Nigerians do is that we always survive. Good morning to you.